Oh, the Storyville merch is here, dude. Look at this. This is, I don't know if you can see that. The pictures are better on the Shopify. If you go check out the Shopify, you'll see it. But this is the original, the #1, the very first Storyville shirt. Only reason I'm selling it is because I've got another one that's very dear to me. This one's just a little, I love this one, I do. But I think since I have another one, a lot of you guys have asked where you can get it. If I wouldn't have had so many people ask where they could get it, I would not be selling it. But I've got another one, but this is this game worn. This is worn on stage at the Indianapolis Arena in Indianapolis, Indiana. It's got really cool details. It was stitched and designed by Joe Haworth and stitched by a guy named Josh at Thread Legends. You should go check out Thread Legends. I'll actually tag him in this post. Joe Haworth designed it, but Thread Legends did all the stitching. He's based out of Ohio. Go check him out. This is on the Shopify. It's got the really cool Storyville. And my favorite part about it, which the other one has too, which if I didn't have that, I would not be doing this, but I can't find it. But this is a really cool little detail. It's got my signature, it's 1 of 1 made for Alex Cureau. So go on the Shopify and get that. This is game worn. It is a little expensive, but if you buy this, it's going to come signed, and it's going to come with 2 free tickets to whatever city you're in. Next time I'm there, you get 2 free tickets. Just send me a DM, say, I bought your jersey, here it is, here's the order confirmation. Send that to me, and we'll send you 2 free tickets to whatever show I'm at in your city. I keep looking at myself in this because this is a new setup. So if you see me looking right here, I'm not looking at producer. I'm looking, it's actually technically my coffee pot I'm looking at, but I'm looking at the screen to make sure I'm still in focus because episode 2 was not in focus. I know episode 2 was not in focus. That's on me. That's why we change up the scenery, change up the vibe. If this is not better, we'll try again. This is not a podcast, so we're just having fun and talking. We got a few things on there. We got all the Storyville jerseys that I posted about. We got the keychains. We got the stickers. I'll sign anything. There's an extra little fee. Guys, come on now. Run your business here. But this one is awesome. This is the game-worn, official game-worn, stage-worn, my hockey jersey I wore in Nashville. The only reason I'm getting rid of this one is because I'm not a big Nashville Predators fan, but this one's dope as fuck. Some of you guys always ask, where can I get one of those jerseys? Where can I get one? You can get it right here at Shopify, the Storyville Shopify, which is in my bio. Go check it out. It's got my name. It's got my lucky number. I played college football, so that's the number I wore. And it's their Winter Classic jersey. It's actually a really dope jersey. I hate to see it go, but you know, some of you guys have asked, so it's on there. It's also a little expensive, but it comes signed, and it also comes with 2 free tickets to whatever show I'm at in your city next. So if you DM me saying, I bought your jersey, here it is, a picture of it with a picture of the order confirmation, and what city you want 2 tickets to, you let me know. They're yours. All right, let's get to the show. Welcome to Storyville. Welcome to Storyville. Place for us, guys. Thanks for hanging again for episode 3. As always, what am I drinking? This. Okay, it's hot as shit. I just poured it. But it's in my Helium Comedy Club mug. But it is Stumptown Coffee. It's called their Hairbender coffee. It's my favorite drip coffee. It probably is. I love coffee. I'm a big coffee guy. All right, episode 3, man. We got to keep these short. Okay, you guys, I've got a lot of fucking great stories that you guys have been sending me, but I just can't read them because they're going to take 8 minutes. And I can't spend 8 minutes. I got to keep these 15 minutes long. I got to start timing myself. So I have a timer right here going. It's going to let me know how much time we're doing. I want to keep these 14 minutes, 14 and a half minutes. So you guys got to stop sending me. I've got a bunch, and I've got a good one today. And I'm also, if you stay tuned to the end, I'm going to tell you about how I got passed at the Hollywood Improv this week, past week in L.A. It's a great week in L.A. It was. But we got to keep these short, this podcast. I want to put it on Instagram, the whole thing. I want to put it on YouTube, but I want to be able to put the whole thing on Instagram so you can just watch it once, then you have to go somewhere else. So please, keep sending me stories. I got a bunch. Send me your funny short stories. Short, emphasis on the short. Like me. Keep them 5'7" and under. You saw the merch earlier up top, guys. Please go to Shopify, Storyville, Shopify. It's on my Instagrams. It's on Storyville's Instagrams. Go check it out. Go buy some stuff. Support the cause. Everything, all that money goes to this, and it goes to me going out on the road, being able to buy flights to get out and do comedy in front of you. So, let's start the show. All right, sports time, guys. Sorry, nerds. I know you don't love the sports thing, but this is kind of part of what the podcast is all about. Sports and stories. Stories and sports. Whew. Let's see if it's hot enough yet. Oh, it's still very hot, but it's still so good. Yeah, I switched up the vibes a little bit, because this is not a podcast, so it doesn't have to look the same every time. I kind of like this better. I like this setup better. It's more relaxed and chill for me. It's a little more comfortable to move around in. You get to see my are really cool. The Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. One of the best quotes in all time in a movie is from that movie. There he goes. There he goes. An unknown mutant comes on. Never been considered for mass production. One of God's own prototypes. Too weird to live, too rare to die. It's a great movie. This is my sign. If you want to make me a better one, do it. But like I said, this is not a podcast. So that's the budget we have for signage. Bunch of stuff back there. Anyway, it's sports times, guys. We're talking about. No one wants this New Orleans Saints job. No one, absolutely no one. The Saints are probably the worst job in the league right now. They have zero money. All their players are aging. Any good players they have want to leave because they want to go win a championship. It's in flux. Nobody wants the job. We've interviewed 9 people, I think, they were just being nice. They're like, I want to go to New Orleans. Fuck it. I'll go check out New Orleans. We'll see where the people go check out the veterans. You know, I get it. Nobody wants the job, man. I wouldn't want the job. Actually, if the New Orleans Saints called me tomorrow, like, you want to coach, I'd be like, fuck it. Can't get worse. So, Dan Rizzi did as good as he could for us. Dennis Allen even did as good as he could for us. But it's a tough job to have right now. It's going to be a dark few years for the New Orleans Saints. Hopefully not, but knowing sports and knowing how things like that go, transitions and all, it's going to be a dark couple of years for the Saints. Speaking of Dennis Allen, I think he's going to go to Chicago and be their defensive coordinator, which is good for him. He's very good at that. He is a great defensive coordinator. He's so good at being a defensive coordinator. It's crazy how much bad he was at being a head coach. But I really liked him as a defensive coordinator. He seemed to connect better with the players that way. He seemed to be more in his element. So congrats to him going to Chicago. It's a fun town. It's a lot of history in terms of defense. Maybe you can turn that team around and really make them that vaunted defense. Monsters of the Midway, like they had back in the day. And lastly, Ohio State won the national championship. Who gives a shit, right? First 2-loss national championship, though, since LSU. Go Tigers. Go Tigers. So that's pretty great. I'm excited. You know, I got a lot of friends who are Ohio State fans. Matt is an Ohio State fan. Matt Rife, in case you guys don't know who the fuck I am or that is. He put $70 on it, which I was like, you're a millionaire. Put more. He's actually not a millionaire. He's probably a billionaire. No. But he won some money. It was fun. It was a great game. I was really excited for Ohio State to win because a buddy of mine, I won't name him, but he put at the beginning of the season, if you guys are sports bettors, you'll fucking love this. At the beginning of the season, he put a parlay. Beginning of the baseball season, he put a parlay for the Dodgers to win. He put $100 on the Dodgers to win the World Series, Lamar Jackson to win MVP, and Ohio State to win the national championship. Okay, so Ohio State, Dodgers, Lamar Jackson. 2 of those are done, right? Now he just needs Lamar Jackson to win MVP, and he's the runaway favorite right now. So it looks like it's going to go pretty well. You want to know what the payout is for a $100 bet on those 3 parlays? $44,000. So if you see the production value of this podcast go up, that's why. So we wish him all the best. By the time this comes out, which is it's going to come out before that, but if Lamar Jackson wins MVP, just know that one of my good friends put $100 on a bet and won $44,000. That's sports. Last throw wasn't good enough. That's a good throw. It's time. Story time of Storyville. You guys, you know it, you love it. It's the reason you come hang, I hope. Not, I hope you hang because you just love to see me, love to talk. Oh, it's definitely still hot. It's still so good. Couple stories. Like I said, guys, you gotta keep them short for me. Keep them short for me. Keep them short for me. If you want to submit a story, please go to Storyville_pod on Instagram and put in the DMs. The reason I have it set up that way, so many people are like, I can't send my whole story. I'm like, I know. It only allows you a certain number of words to send a story because they got to be short, they got to be sweet, they got to be funny. So please go. If it doesn't get accepted, that's okay. I'm reading through all of them, seeing which ones I want to pick. If you do get accepted, know you got picked. If you do get accepted, just know you got picked. And it might not get used, but like I said, guys, I'm keeping track of all of them. I literally have a list. Oh, that was a good one. Maybe I'll come back to that one. So this one actually I got sent a couple weeks ago. So, like I said, the hope is there. Hope is there, dude. Hope is there. This is from Sharon Tapani. Tapani. T-A-P-A-N-I. T-A-P-A-N-I. Her Instagram handle is Tapanese. That's pretty funny, actually. I don't know if it's racist. I'm not saying it's funny because it's racist. But it is. Tapanese. T-A-P-A-N-I-S-E. It's funny because it's a play on words, really, right? And it's a little risky. So that's why I like it. She took a risk with her name, and that's a good name. Sharon Tapani. Tapanese. T-A-P-A-N-I-S-E. So this is the first story, right? And the second one, I'm going to do a personal story. some big news on my part that I can't wait for you guys to hear. So, she goes, my first and only time ever going to New York City. It was the beginning of July and such a bloody hot day out. I don't know where she's from, but I love a girl when she says bloody. Unless she's like, I know you want to bang tonight, but we're bloody. First and only time ever going to New York City was beginning of July and such a bloody hot day out, she says. Me and my friends were seeing the sights, Statue of Liberty, 9/11 Memorial, RIP, Central Park, etc. Which, you know what's so funny is those three things, you can say, I saw the sights. You can see all of those things from just one point, right? If you're a tall enough building, you're like, oh, okay, we can go home. It's pretty funny. New York's the best, though it is. It's so funny how anytime somebody goes to New York, they're like, I should move. So anyway, she goes, we're standing in a very long line for the bathroom at Grand Central Station when suddenly I heard behind me what sounded like a plastic water bottle being crushed. And I felt it was warm spray all over my back. Pretty hot. Laughing, I turned around thinking one of my friends hosed me with a water bottle, being funny, until I came face to face. Oh no. You got shit on. Oh wait, face to face. Hosed me, lady holding her hand over her mouth with vomit dripping down her fingers. Ugh, she's single? Sounds like my kind of partier. She had projectile vomited on my back and didn't even get a speck of it on the floor. Well, that's good. You could just change your shirt, right? The floor, they gotta put up signs. The city workers gotta get involved. You're fine. You're in New York. You can afford a new shirt. You can afford a new shirt. She didn't even say sorry. Just pushed past us all and disappeared. That's New York. That woman was probably a CEO of a Fortune 500 major company. Welcome to New York, dude. You want to go to New York? You want to live that life? Be prepared to get vomited on, and sometimes maybe semen on in the subway. Great story. Thank you so much. Now it's time for my little personal anecdote. Guys, this one's pretty personal to me. We got 3 minutes left, so let's do it. If you see, I'm wearing the improv hat. This is the official old school Hollywood improv hat. I've had this hat for a while. We've played improvs before, but I had a special opportunity when I went to LA. I got to audition for Rita, the Booker of Bookers. She is the new Mitzi Shore. If you know anything about comedy, you know who that is. So I auditioned in front of her, and I got passed at the Hollywood Improv. I am one of the newest past members of the Hollywood Improv. The Comedy Store's next, the Cellar, all these things are little goals, right? You can do whatever you want in this business, but getting past those places is important. It feels special. And how I got past is very funny. I was late. So I go to the thing, the guy's like, oh yeah, you're out. Okay, yeah, you got time, man, chill. I was like, great, I'll go get a Guinness. Because I was only doing 5 minutes. I usually don't drink before shows, but I was doing 5 minutes. I was like, let's have fun. Let's celebrate. This is a big deal, but it's still just comedy. So let's go sit at the bar. Go sit at the bar having a beer, and then I hear, So I run in. The host is like, Alex, he called me 5 minutes later. That's not what time means, dude. Time means you got time. Shoo, you got time. So I run on stage saying, sorry. All the comics, because it's like an audition, right? So there's comics, there's regular audience, not much, and then there's bookers in the back. And all the comics are just like, who the fuck is this guy showing up late? Thinks he's better than us. And then I crushed. By the end of the show, the comics are laughing. I could see Rita, she's just got a laptop open. It's just one bright light on her. So I didn't even see the light. So then I ran the light, which is a big no-no. And I feel horrible. They played music. They played me off with music. So I get off stage saying, sorry, but I did just crush. And I knew I looked good up there. And in terms of I knew what I was doing. I was nervous. 30 minutes later, Rita comes up to me and goes, you want to book some shows this week while you're still in town? I said, absolutely. And now Alex Cureau is he's part of that historic venue. It's really a dream come true for somebody who loves comedy. So that's cool, man. That's my story. Thank you guys so much for joining me on Storyville. As always, come back next week, episode 4 on Wednesday. Please submit your stories short and sweet. Go to Storyville Shopify to check out those jerseys and all the other merch. I promise it's not all that expensive. If you want me to sign it, it's just an extra small fee. Shipping is included in the cost. See you next week. This has been Storyville. Adios!